City of mine, how I love.
What's up, y'all? So your boy Lamar is alive and well. Your boy Terry has decided he doesn't want to be a part of the game anymore. And your boy Meech is determined more than ever to make BMF a global empire. Now today we're going to be talking about BMF Season 2, Episode 1. I got my favorite person in the world with me, y'all. My husband, Al. Say what's up, babe.
What up, what up, what up?
Now, y'all, we're going to be talking about everything that went down, so let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so we're going to start out with what we liked about this particular episode and what we disliked about the episode. So what I particularly liked about this particular episode is I felt like I liked the way it started out. I like the fact that they switched the narration over to Terry's point of view. I liked that they put these little bitty things in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me was like, okay, now we get to hear kind of how Terry sees it. And then I also like the fact that, you know, that Meech don't quit. Like, he gon' go get it by any means necessary. Because if you think about it, all the odds are against him right now. You know, he really should just be like, he ain't got no plug no more. He trying to get in with K9, but I mean, really everything is against him. And like you said, he lost his brother. His brother is gone.
Well, I liked how they continued to show Meech progression. You know what I'm saying? Him, like I said, Meech is a machine. It's like he don't sleep. He's steady trying to get better. It's like we watching Michael Jordan of the dope game. Like this is like, you know, his second or third season when he, you know what I'm saying, getting the MVP in the All-Star game. So
yeah,
he's just connecting a lot of dots right now, and I like that. The dislike I don't like is the way they got the father thinking that he can only save one son. Like, so it's like they dividing the family. Yeah. And right now, Meech in a dangerous game. He hustling. Yeah. So, like, he don't have his number one guy watching his back right now because his father don't think he can save both of them. He think he can only save Terry. So it's kind of like the father kind of leaving Meech out there on their own.
And I'm about the same, like, as far as the dislikes, and not necessarily just the episode itself, because I thought the episode was great, but just as far as the story goes, like, I'm just like, come on, daddy, you have to see that you are literally dividing your sons. Like, these two, they love each other, you know, they ride or die for each other, but y'all really are pulling them apart. And at the end of the day, if somebody wants to do something, they are going to do it regardless. I just feel like Terry made a conscious decision to do, you know, what he did, and he seemed to like it, you know, keeping it real.
Another thing that I did like about the episode is, you know, the new characters, the K9, the new partner. The new partner gonna be very interesting. She gonna keep Brian straight. You know what I'm saying? Now she gonna be a pain to Meech them, guaranteed. But she gonna keep him straight and legit, which is what I like. So
yeah, I don't know, cause you know what, the whole Detective Brian thing, he is kind of getting on my nerves for the simple fact that you started out trying to be a dirty cop, then all of a sudden now you want to switch it up. I don't even think that's cool. Like, literally, you done some dirt. Now, do you think he's switching it up because J-Mo wasn't supposed to die? Or something
I think the J-Mo thing, his partner dying, you know what I'm saying? Them out there on that bullshit, him running them solo crusades.
Because, you know, in that first part when it first opened up and, you know, because they actually show Terry at the very beginning. They show the old Terry. And then Terry kind of makes a statement and he's just like, you know, you lost all this time out of your life, basically. You know, I can't remember his exact words, but he was basically telling him, like, you've been chasing me for 20 years, you know, and pretty much your life done went to crap because you've been chasing me all this time. And I'm just like, dang, in theory, you really have been, and it all started, it seemed like that moment that he gave him back that money after his partner died. It was like right then he was in on it. You know, it was just he was just all in. And I can't, you know, when somebody get obsessed like that, I'm pretty sure they probably done ruined some relationships and all types of stuff. Okay, babe. Now this part right here, so when the show left off, we didn't know what B Mickey was gonna do. We didn't know if B Mickey was gonna be a snitch. We didn't know if B Mickey was gonna be loyal. We didn't really know exactly what he was gonna do. Now I'll tell you from my perspective, I thought he was gonna be a snitch. Like, I thought that he loved Kato so much and he felt like he had to choose between Kato and Meech, and I feel like he blamed it on Meech. You know, because a drunk man don't tell no lies. And remember in that last episode, he was drunk and he basically tell Meech that you made me kill the woman I love.
Because B. Mickey is solid. B. Mickey like one of those guys you need on your team because, like, you know he down for the cause and he gonna stand up. He 10 toes, you know what I'm saying? But it was weird because the first season he was trying to lie his loyalty to two people that was on two different pages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he, as you see, he always down for the clique, and he done always represented that one of my favorite characters. But like they put him in this, like I said, the cop being crooked once again, put one of my favorite characters up in the twist, man.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, it feels like B. Mickey is, it don't look like his loyalties is going to be on Meech's side. It look like he going to try to save himself.
I can't say what he going to do, but he a solid brother. I don't think he going to fold. You know what I'm saying? But they got the deck stacked against him. Like,
I mean, but it's his fault, though. He shouldn't have kept that doggone gun.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
you know
everybody know that. And Meech actually asked him, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember when, but I'm pretty sure he asked him, did he get rid of that doggone gun? And he wasn't supposed to pop J-Mo in the beginning.
He got sensitivity about that gun. It's sentimental, like he said. Him and that gun done been through wars, so like, it's like one of them homies, man, that done save your life. Even though he detrimental, he might be alive while he do stupid shit. You still just remember, yo, man, this dude had my back when I needed him the most.
Yeah.
So you just gonna give him that credit. So like he just didn't want to let go of that gun, and you know, it wasn't a smart decision, but I can understand how he felt. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, the gun was family in season 1.
One thing that I noticed in this particular episode is that we have the mom looking like she's like being pulled apart from the husband. And I know that sometimes when people struggle, like it can weigh on marriages, but it seems like the dad is really trying to hold it together, but the mom is just like not there anymore. I don't know if she is like, I can't really call it, because sometimes she, you know, won't Meech around, but then sometimes it's like she don't want Meech around, like he's this, you know, like he's going to be detrimental to Terry. But then at the same time she do, and I get that it's all about a mother's love and all that type of stuff, but like right now all I see is her and her husband. It feels like they're disconnected.
She's starting to realize that, you know, my son's out there in the streets, but they doing what they doing because of that money. We raised them right, and we, you know what I'm saying, but we poor.
Yeah.
We poor. And they just understand that they don't want to live like that. They want money.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was that moment when they had to share that doggone milk in season 1. I think right then Meech made up his mind that he was never gonna be Poe again, because that was that's nasty.
And when it hit Terry is when they asked him about the drugs, and he said, man, we can't even pay for the house that Pop built himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There ain't no house they went out and bought. They took the cheaper route. They built their house themselves, and they still can't keep a hold of it. So,
I mean, they definitely are struggling for sure, and it's starting to weigh on their marriage. But You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It just feels like they're in this fighting battle, you know. And then you got to think about the fact that he left, so it's a lot of stuff that could be going through her mind. Let's talk about K9, because K9 is a character that I ain't even gonna lie. I'm kind of feeling K9, but I'm kind of scared of K9 all at the same time. I'm like, K9 definitely makes this show, it took it to another level.
K9 is Lamar on steroids, and I do not trust him at all.
Okay, now I definitely don't trust him, but I mean, he does add another element to the show too.
He a monster.
Heck yeah.
He ain't got no feelings whatsoever, and that's how Lamar is. That's how Lamar would be if Lamar had money.
Yeah, because Lamar just broke.
Lamar just broke right now. But if Lamar had money, he would be K9.
Oh my goodness, because this fool actually killed somebody at the basketball game over a bet, you know, and the fact that he kind of disrespected him at the same time. But in broad daylight, in front of everybody, not caring that anybody saw, because he knew nobody wasn't going to say that.
Notice, no snitching, no repercussion. The cop even made, you know what I'm saying, notice of that. So K9 is known for bringing that drama.
It kind of broke my heart to see them where they're at, you know, like, because Meech is really upset, you know, and Terry is torn. You can see that he's torn by his, like, the decision that he's having to make, you know.
Like I said, it wasn't his heartful decision. He was, like, in a sense, forced to make this decision. And, like, the part that get me, this is the toughest part for Meech. And in my opinion, it could have been the start of the downfall, because right now he's connecting with the 12 Street Boys. He's connecting all these different cliques, and Terry's not a part of that. Yeah. So when you get later on into doing business, that affects relationships. Like Meech said when he was talking to B. Mickey, like, yo, man, he made a point about it's more than just the money. It's about the relationships.
Yeah.
So with him being out of the game right now, Meech is connecting with all these different people, and now you want to bring him in, and we supposed to trust him just because it's your brother? Nah, the game don't work like that. You got to prove it.
Okay, so let's shift focus for a second. Now, we talked about Detective Brian, but let's talk about Detective Jen, because Detective Jen is going to be an interesting character that kind of sort of humanizes Brian in a sense. I think they balance each other out better than his other partner, to be honest, because I think that she gets Detroit. And she just gets the way things work. Now, we both know I don't like Brian at all, and he a dirty cop to me regardless. Even if you try to step back and try to take it all back, you can't take this. You can't take it back. You know, it is what it is. But I think that Detective Jen might be legit. You know, I think she might be legit, but with some rough edges around her. And I kind of sort of, I like her style. I ain't gonna necessarily say that, like, I just like, oh, I like this character. I got to get to see her a little bit more. But so far, what I did see, I mean, she ran over Dink with a doggone car. You know what I'm saying? She ran over him and didn't even think twice.
She made it seem like it was an accident. Like, ooh, I'm sorry. But I caught you.
Okay.
You know, but that's some of that. It's dirty, but you know, that's some of that cop trying
stuff.
To be smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving, I'm trying to chase. He just ran out in front of me. That's how they're gonna do the paperwork, and that's so Brian. So, but I think she's a little bit more solid than Brian. I don't think she can be paid off.
I don't think so either. That's why I think she's going to balance him. We see Monique is supposed to be popping up in the show at some point.
That's what I'm about to say. She's a big name, so I really think that that was another thing that I like. I think they added the more star power now. You know, Lala's got a bigger role now.
Okay.
But her husband seems to be absent.
Okay. Because her husband's name is Boom, if I'm not mistaken, because actually they kind of low-key introduced us to some of these people in season one, because K9 actually shows up when Pat introduces, you remember, and it's real quick introduction, but it was an introduction, and then there was also Markeisha and Boom. It was a
Big
quick,
L.
yeah, all of them.
All of them was introduced, but they have bigger roles now. And like I said, they added more people to it.
Well, Big L is gone. Now, what did you think about that part? Because I said, dang, K9 is crazy. Crazy. But I like it.
This seems to be similar to Power. They have no problem getting rid of characters. So don't get too used to people. Like,
I didn't like her no way. I didn't like the way she talked to Meech. I didn't like the way she tried to handle him. I get that being a woman in this game that you gotta come with a certain something, but I guess I just didn't like the way she tried to handle Meech with, Meech is who he is, and yeah, he a little flash. So I get it, but I still didn't like the way she came at him. I was just like, you was out of line. But when K9 done cut her doggone face, her lips off, talking about she talked too much, I said, well, dang, K9. Like, and then turned around, does business with him, gives him 20 keys, and then tell him, like, I will kill you if you don't pay my money on time. And then you handed him some doggone lips off of the face of somebody who's supposed to have killers behind her too. And you were able to get, I'm like, I don't know about
I put it to you
K9.
like this: like when the crack era hit, you heard a lot of horror stories about what was going on in L.A. over drug territories. They was cutting people's arms and body limb parts out. He brings that L.A. element to like Detroit. Like, he a monster.
I don't know, because I'm always a person who liked the little stuff in show. At the beginning, when he goes to get the drugs, remember? And he's in the casino, and then you got Freeway Rick, and you got
Rayful Edmonds.
And I was just like, I like
Shower Posse.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how they integrated all that.
But that's how it go. Like, I mean, when you a big hustler and you moving around, that's how they know each other. Like, I'm surprised we didn't see Convertible Burt up in there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who that is.
Wasn't no Florida players up in there, but I'm pretty sure they was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And at that moment, you can kind of see Meech's eyes turning. Like, Meech is always about the money anyway, so he trying to get back to the money. But he make a good point, like, this where you want to be. And then, like I said, K9 was dropping gems when he was telling him about relationships, and that's going to be the most important thing is building these relationships.
What I like is Meech he's a learner. He can be around some people and he can take some of this and put with his game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see him doing the whole time. That's why, it's like he putting all the pieces of the puzzle and like he the only one putting the puzzle together. Now he got people helping him put the puzzle together, but he the one that's working it though.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I like about Meech. He's always in control. Even if he don't know what the next step is, you know what I'm saying? He seemed to make the right decision.
Yeah, for sure. So the way that Meech brings everybody together, he's very charismatic, and for him to be able to bring people together like that, to link up all these people who's supposed to be against each other in theory, but he bring them together and then it ain't no strife,
It's
that's
kinda,
crazy. Remember in the last season when he gave them. Because that was the difference between him and Terry. Yeah. Terry tried to rule.
Sell it.
Yeah, he tried to do things differently. Meech was about giving respect to people and saying, here, I respect you. You been ride with me. You been down with me. So I'm going to give this to you. And then you feed yourself. You get it. But Terry was like, no, I gave it to him for a good price.
Terry was still on that. Kind of like the way the Wood Harris character was treated. He was teaching like, hey man, this how the big man do. The big man get paid off of what they do. And Meech was like, no, we trying to make everybody big dogs.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly the example to use because Pat, you know what I'm saying?
Pat wanted to slow feed them.
Yeah, exactly.
And stay on top of them.
Exactly.
Meech like, I want them to get money just like me.
But at the end of the day, that's why Pat is going to end up how he is, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't he tried to do things the old school way. And it's almost like Meech came in and thought of this thing in a totally different light. And that's why nobody will ever do this again. Like, it will never happen again.
I wouldn't say in a totally different light because, like, in a sense, AZ on the East Coast was doing the same thing.
Talking about from Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was doing kind of the same thing. So, like, it was basically smarter guys doing business. Like, you know, like most guys want to be like, I want to keep you under me and I know how much money you making. Nah, the game, it's so much money out there. Everybody should be getting money. And if everybody's getting money, like you say, you don't have your middleman or your second in command crossing you because he don't have the money or the respect that you got.
Yeah.
Everybody in BMF was respected. Meech was a visionary, and he broke records and did what he did because of his thought process. Like, he was a genius. Like, I can't wait. Like, my most favorite part of the documentary is at the end when the mama say that, you know, people see BMF as a negative thing, but I want to see if when it becomes a positive thing. And I think Meech got the brain power to do
more like a setup episode for more, you know, for all the things to come. And I think the biggest shocking moment that we saw on this particular episode is that Lamar Silas is actually alive. And I think that this move that he done made with K9 is his biggest power piece.
Exactly.
And
ain't nobody finna mess with nobody that's with K9.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So I think that it was shocking for everybody to see Lamar wake up because he's supposed to be dead. It's almost like this fool got like 9 lives or something like that. I'm like, dang, you done got shot. How many times you done got shot at this point and you still alive?
Man, people don't even talk about Terry. Terry got shot in the head.
I mean, that's true. And he still made
Terry
it.
got shot in the head.
I'm in the eye,
in
like
the
right
eye,
in the
like,
eye.
So you know the bullet went through the brain. Like,
yeah.
Hey man, them Detroit cats, they built tough, man.
Like
what
you say? Like 4 times.
Yeah, they built like them cars, man.
I think Meech's biggest problem is gonna be B. Mickey. You say he a solid guy, and I think that he wanna be a solid guy. I think that when Terry bring himself back after he realized that he really want to be in the game, and when he come back in, he gonna want to be right back as the right hand again. You know what I'm saying? Equal, but I mean, should he be equal at this point? I mean, dude, you done quit.
But like, of course, he gonna take a higher rank. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's his brother. That's who he started this with. So like, if B. Mickey really think that he finna separate what they got going on as brothers, that's gonna be his downfall.
So I don't know. I just feel like B. Mickey finna be a problem. On one hand, I want him to be loyal, but at this point, now that he done got himself so deep into Brian, and Brian is obsessed to me. Brian is starting to get a little obsessed. Brian ain't got no use for B. Mickey besides him being a mole. That's what his use is. Putting him in prison for J-Mo and what don't do nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? It's just another person off the street that murdered somebody and that's it. But it don't actually get him what he want, which is Meech. And so I don't think he go down for that unless he don't do what Brian want him to do. And I think that's going to get real tricky real quick because in this last episode, he go, you know, that's all I know is that Meech is running things and Terry is out. Well, first of all, you done told too much right there. But the only problem I don't have with that is that we already know that Bryant knows about Meech. You know what I'm saying? Well, he knows. I don't know how much he know about Meech, but we know that he was in his pocket, that he knows something.
Exactly. So he know a lot.
So he knows something. So I feel like B. Mickey tried not to do too much, but at the same time, I don't think he gonna be able to keep doing it. I think at some point, Brian is gonna pull that card and he gonna want more out of him, and it is what it is. I don't know. I'm torn on this B. Mickey situation.
Yeah, like I said, that's my character. I liked him. And I really want to see where it goes, but it's not looking good for him right now. Because Brian is relentless, like you say. He plays no game.
The show, like, what do you think we're about to see in this particular season?
Oh, we're finna see, the growth of BMF. I think this is when he finna go to Atlanta, and I think this is when Terry gonna be in Cali, and this is when they finna really get everything in motion.
At the end of the day, I think that this season is about to get, I think it's about to get to be a lot. I think they about to take it and escalate it to the 10th power. So anyway, y'all, that is what's up with BMF Season 2, Episode 1. Let me know what y'all thought about this particular episode. Let me know what y'all think is going to happen. Go ahead and start dropping your predictions down. Want to thank you, babe, for stopping by. And
No problem, no problem.
thank you. And you are going to be with us probably doing some more episodes of BMF, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if y'all want me to come back, I'll be back.
That's what's up. All right, y'all. So go ahead and drop all your comments down in there. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. Until next time, guys. Peace.